Alright, welcome back. My name is Danielle, for those of you that don't know me, and if you haven't seen last week's episode, either tune in or you can catch up with this video. So I am a death doula, as well as a medium and a channeler, and a bunch of other things. The important parts for this series are that I am a death doula, as well as a medium and channeler. So last week, we discussed all the basics of life and the process of physically actually dying. Last week was from the perspective of the death doula. What you can do, what you can help with, everything related to the actual process of dying. This week, I'm going to go through the top 5 questions that are asked of mediums regarding death. Regarding the afterlife, sorry. So the 5 questions are: is there a life review when we have passed on? Will I see the ones who have passed before me? And will they age? Or are they going to be the same age as when they died? Do you have instant knowledge and memories of all the lives you've lived once you cross over? Does a person's grudge against another die with that person? Or does the spirit hold on to this energy? And finally, how can I communicate with my loved ones? Next week, we'll talk about how to communicate and how that works. So, for the first question, is there a life review after we passed on? Yes, there is a life review. It's also optional. We have, just like we have free will on this earth, we have free will once we pass away. So to talk about the life review itself, it's kind of like you're in a movie theater. It's a big screen and you're just watching everything instantaneously from your life. You're watching all the good, all the bad, all of your emotion. You're feeling all of your emotions and everything that goes along with it. With your life review, you can also view aspects as if you've changed your mind, if you would have chosen a different direction. So, for example, you had a decision to make. Are you going to move to California or are you going to move to Maine? Well, if you move to California, you're going to see that, but you'll also see what would have happened if you had chosen to move to Maine. Another interesting part of the afterlife process, or of the life review, is that you're going to feel and see everything from the perspective of for the people that you've affected, whether that be positive or negative. But keep in mind, so this is scary for a lot of people. There's a lot of people that don't want this life review because you're thinking, oh, maybe I wasn't a good person in my life. Maybe I was harsh with people. Maybe you're scared to do it. But this life review is not judgmental. This isn't about judging your past behaviors, good or bad. It's just a matter of what is. It's just a review, and it's just ways of learning the lessons. Can you learn something from what you've seen? Can you learn the lesson? Have you learned the lesson of what your review means? So it's not a bad thing. It's just a matter of it's just a process. That being said, you can choose not to if you choose. Again, there's free will, so you don't have to have it, but it's not a bad idea to have. There's no judgment. You won't be alone in the room. Whatever the perspective of a room. This is not an actual room, but to make things more understandable on this level. So you're not going to be alone. You're going to be with loved ones, whoever you want there to be with you. So there's going to be your angels, your guides, your family members, and so on. Whoever you want to be there. If you have any questions regarding any of these questions or answers or any of these or anything else, please put them in the messages. I will read them and I will try and answer them in the next few videos. So, will I see the ones who have passed before me? And will they be the age they were when they died? That's an interesting question. So, for example, say I died when right now I'm 40. Say I died today. If my nephews are going to, or anybody else in my family, any friends, family, loved ones, are they going to see me as a 40-year-old, or are they going to see me as whatever age they passed away at? Am I going to age? So, what we know is one, yes, you will definitely see them if you choose to. But it's not a matter of seeing a physical body. So it's a little complicated to put things into perspective of an earthly body. Our earthly body, we see each other. We see facial features, arms, legs, whatever. We see the physical body. There, it's a matter of knowing. There is no body with a spirit. It's just a matter of knowing. So you're gonna know who they are. So the spirit world is a mental world. It's all thought based. So it's a recognition of them based on their energy more than it is a vision of them based on their looks and their age. So, um, so that being said, they're a part of our lives. They're a part of our lives because they've passed, because their physical body has ceased, does not mean that they're gone. It just means that they're in another realm. We can't always see it. Some of us can, some of us can't. But they're still here. They're still with us as long as you need them and as long as they want to be around. And sometimes they turn into our angels, they turn into our guides, they turn into the people protecting us. For example, my great grandmother was with me for years and years and years. She still is if I need her, but it's more. She took on that role when I was a teenager and young adult. So they stay around for as long as necessary, and if you want them to. So along that lines, do you have instant knowledge and memories of all the lives you have lived before and once you've crossed over? So once you return to spirit, you have the knowledge of all that you are and all that you have been. So yes, you will remember all of your past lives. Um, so you may not choose to focus on it though, but you are going to be aware of all aspects of your soul and all expressions of your divine light. So you're not going to necessarily remember the first time you got a puppy in 608 BC, but you're gonna know all aspects of yourself, the important aspects of yourself, and you're gonna know the light within you. Next, does a person's grudge against another die with that person, or does the spirit hold on to this energy? That's a hard question. That's something that we think about on the earthly plane a lot because we have fear, we fear judgment, we fear um, harm to them. There's so many variables with that one. However, typically when somebody passes, they understand the life experiences. So really, any grudge will be gone. However, if they are in a low vibrational place, they may hold on to it for a time. So if you passed away and you passed away suddenly and you were just not well, um, you may hold on to it for a little bit, but it will eventually carry on. You can't hold on to it forever. Um, so if you are in a lower vibration, you can hold on to it for a bit, and then as time and healing occurs, you're going to evolve a little bit more. And then that energy of the grudge is going to be healed as well. So it's going to be gone within a time frame while you're over there. And that's the difference between here and there as well, is time. Time is a construct that only humans really understand. It's not understand, but only humans have, because it makes sense to us. Time is just a variable. It's not something that's measured on the other side in the spirit world. So, the last question: how can I communicate with my loved one? So, the most important factor is to be present so that you can see and feel and hear and know the messages that are happening all around you. So, take some moments, take some time and just breathe. Close your eyes and have a good deep meditation. Connect to the earth, ground yourself to the earth, and know, and open your mind and desire to see your loved one or to hear from your loved one. So yes, you can do this. You just need to be present and open and willing to have that conversation, willing to have that vision. It's possible. You just have to put the work into, put the effort in, and it will happen. Either you'll see, you'll feel, you'll hear, whichever. And oftentimes our loved ones come to us in our dreams, because when we are dreaming, excuse me, we are vulnerable, but not in a bad way. Our physical body is sleeping, but our soul is bored. So our soul leaves our body and it's a connection. There's like an umbilical cord that's connected to you. So you're still alive, but you're still traveling the spiritual world. So you're still doing all that work in the spiritual world. So oftentimes our loved ones will come to us through dreams. Our dreams sometimes, and oftentimes, is just astral projection. So we're traveling through the cosmos as our body rests, because our physical body needs rest, requires rest to function. So it just, and before morning comes, before you wake up, your spirit returns to your body. So if anybody has any questions regarding that, feel free, again, put them in the comments. Like this video if you liked it, if you enjoyed it, if you learned something from it, and share it if you want. Yeah, so stay tuned for the next episode next week on death and dying, and we'll visit more in depth into the spiritual side of the afterlife. Thanks for watching. Bye.